You're listening to the S4C podcast. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the S4C podcast. I'm your host, Chris, and this is episode 2 of our S4C Spotlight featuring Sebinio. If you joined us last time, you're a little bit familiar with this artist and some of his music from his former band, Why Not Naked. And you also know that Sebinio suffered a horrific accident that left him a tetraplegic, and he was basically unable to play guitar until he found this revolutionary invention called the slipperyjack, which was invented by Eric Cullum and Mervyn Davis. That enabled him to rekindle his love for music and begin creating again. So we're going to pick it up where we left off, and Sebinio's going to tell us how he actually found the slipperyjack guitar.
I actually heard about this guitar quite a while before making contact with Eric Cullum and taking the action to get this thing. I remember the first time I heard it was this physiotherapist I was seeing. She sent me a link with him playing the guitar. And at first I was like, nah, I don't know. Maybe, I didn't think much about it. I think I was still in the process of grieving and trying to cope and trying to realize what happened. A couple of years went by. I started doing some research. At the time I didn't have, but I was going to have the funds to pay for this guitar to be made because it's quite pricey. Eric actually mentioned that in his post that he wrote about the guitar and how it works and what it's done for him in his life. Anyway, so he left his number on the article, and then I contacted him over WhatsApp, and that's when I asked, how do I get my hands on this thing? What do I need to do? What's the price and all that? And he gave me everything. He was so easy to talk to, despite him also being an actor in a local TV show. I didn't expect the feedback to be so easy, And he got me in contact with Mervyn. I've never met Mervyn until this point, even after I received the guitar. But Mervyn kept in constant contact with me. I won't lie, it was a bit scary, paying off this huge amount of money at a time. But Mervyn was great, even at a distance, and just communicating through WhatsApp or over a call. He sent me pictures of the very beginning to the end as he built the guitar, like constantly reminding me, the money didn't go for nothing. It's in the process. That was really great and really comforting as well. And then when I got the guitar and it got shipped from Johannesburg to Cape Town, I didn't know how to feel about it. I was like, is this real? And then I tried to play it, and it was the most difficult thing to play at first. I was like, how do you play this thing? Because I just didn't have the strength at the time to push and to pull towards me, to get a chord just to be held tight enough to hear it ring properly. I almost gave up. And Eric actually mentioned that as well. He said he almost gave up as well. He was like, how do you play this thing? It's impossible. And then in my frustration, adding more power to pushing and pulling and twisting and moving up and down this fretboard, I eventually got it, That's how I usually get things done, is through frustration and struggle and just kind of forcing it to work for me, Even though I'm not a pro at this guitar, I'm still learning. Every time I play it, I learn a little bit more, gain a new skill. And it's actually forced me to really write and sing differently, because it just sounds different. It doesn't sound like a normal guitar, It sings differently. It feels differently. Yeah, music really changed only about a year or two ago when I first got the guitar.
You're listening to the S4C podcast. To hear more music from our featured artist, visit songsforchange.net.
Today, me and Mervyn are pretty close. Whenever there's something wrong with the guitar, something snaps out of place, he's always there to contact. And I did actually have the pleasure of meeting him and his wife on my trip to Johannesburg to record The Spell, my first single. We had to basically, me and my mom, we had to crash it at his place. And we got the opportunity to meet his wife and see his home and his farm and the beautiful wildlife there. That area it's beautiful. As much as it's cut off from grocery shopping and from hospitals and things like that, things that would make you freak out if you were far away from. It's so peaceful, and it really opens up another part of your soul. Yeah, that was just beautiful. I remember how great it was. His wife is just lovely, Debbie. She's great. She's great. She made me laugh a lot. And but me and Mervyn, we're still close, and I'm glad that I met him when I did. I actually needed him to do some touch-ups on my guitar. Some things started breaking, and I needed him to fix it before recording with Neil Solomon, who helped me record and help produce the song, and then of course release it basically everywhere. As far as I know, among myself, there's Eric and there's Diane, who have the slippery jack. I might be wrong. I don't know how the other two have been doing with the guitar, but I think I am the only one who really took it this far, trying to regain or create a music career, or rather really play it with the purpose of writing and getting my music out there, being creative about it. But I might be wrong. I know Eric plays quite a bit and he enjoys it. I don't know about Diane. Let's just say I could be the only one who's actually taken it this far with music-wise.
He seems so far, lost the point of his now.
the first song I wrote was The Spell, my debut single. I started writing this song, and I tried singing as well, and that really came naturally to me. Like the struggling part, that didn't matter to me, even if it sounded crappy. I made it work, and I sang to it and made these melodies, and and things after that, things really just started going up. My song is actually really just an anti-love song. It's about the downfall of love, the bad part, the heartbreak, almost being misled by love. As you listen to the song, misled by hope. So it's really about that. I think the song is perfect for someone who might be going through a breakup, because it really in a very honest way talks about how let me say honest and melodramatic at the same time. Very melodramatic, just talking about how love, took my smile one tear at a time, or the second verse is hope fooled my heart, led astray from the start. And then the chorus, as you're referring to, undo the spell, and it's really about undo this love, being in love, undo, the spell of love is basically what it's about. I guess one can't simply just fall out of love with someone. It's like a spell or a curse, something like that.
You've been listening to the S4C podcast with our spotlight artist, Sebinio. If you'd like to hear his song, The Spell, head on over to songsforchange.net and check out our Spotify playlist. You can also hear his song streaming on remusradio.com. And remember, if you're an artist and you'd like to have your voice amplified, email info@songsforchange.net. Okay, that's going to do it for this episode. I'm your host, Chris. I was really happy to be with you guys today. Tune in next time as we have the conclusion of our 3-part episode Spotlight with Sebinio, where he'll be talking more about his life with Why Not Naked and how he adjusted after the accident. So until next time, keep discovering music and stay positive.